So how would the energy savings offered by Thrunnel technology translate to revenues in comparison with current technologies? The figure on the right shows that for an exemplary gas field with a gas flow rate of 2.8 million cubic meter per day, the total rounded up cost under current conventional gas to liquid technologies would be $707 million over a minimum project life of 24 years. That $707 million total cost can be broken down to $260 million capital cost and about $51,000 per day operating cost. The figure on the left side shows Thrunnel comparative performance, but before getting into that, let's talk about an astonishing fact. About 80% of the cost of current gas to liquid technologies is incurred by thermal generating units, heat exchangers, and high pressure compressors. Thrunnel technology makes those components obsolete, and by doing so it slashes the total cost by 80%. That is from $707 million down to just $141 million over the project life of 24 years. That is $565 million savings for our exemplary plant of 2.8 million cubic meter flow rate per day. It is important to realize that despite its massive cost slashing effect to improve profitability, Thrunnel technology does not aim to compete for the methane resources that are targeted by current technologies. Thrunnel technology is not meant to compete but rather complement current technologies by targeting the methane resources that current technologies cannot target. In other words, Thrunnel technology would rather target the methane resources that cannot provide the minimum gas flow rate capacity required for current gas to liquid technologies to be economic. According to the economy of scale, that minimum gas flow rate condition is about 2.5 million cubic meter of methane per day. There are currently more than 15,000 natural gas fields outside North America, more than 95% of which do not meet that minimum flow rate requirement. Also, methane from renewables cannot meet that minimum flow rate. For example, we would need to process more than 3,000 tons of plastic waste per day in a plastic waste processing plant to produce enough methane to meet the economy of scale for current gas to liquid technologies, and no plastic waste processing technology available today that can process that amount of plastic waste per day in a plastic waste processing plant. So Thrunnel technology is strategically positioned to tap into those methane resources that would otherwise be without viable commercial paths to gas to liquid operations under current technologies. The table at the bottom showed that liquid upgrade of methane gas to methanol increases the revenues by 438%. From $2.4 billion over the project lifetime of 24 years to $10.5 billion for our exemplary plant of 2.8 million cubic meter flow rate per day. So ideally, all natural gas should be converted to methanol, knowing that all chemical and energy applications of natural gas can also be derived from methanol. However, it is not possible to convert all natural gas to methanol because, as previously mentioned, only 5% of the natural gas fields currently available meet the minimum flow rate criterion that makes the gas to liquid conversion economic, according to the economy of scale under current technologies. Since Thrunnel technology does not abide by that economy of scale, it has the potential to be a game-changing technology.